Good morning, Fuller Cup. Good morning, Heather Ruth, Whole Connections. I hope everything is working here okay. It is Monday. Everybody take a deep breath in and let it go. Okay, I really needed that. My name is Heather Ruth. I'm your intuitive life coach. I'm a healer, numerologist, and of all things, self-care doula. Anyway, thank you for being here with me. If you're here with me on the replay, if you're here with me live, if you're reading my posts on Instagram or on my stories, all of it is magic. Thank you. Thank you so much. This comes from a very grateful heart. I am coming to you on this today, being grateful for numerology and why. This is a 6th energy day for me today. It is my personal energy day, which means it's a reset day for me. And I can feel that very intently in my body. I'm not feeling 100% today. Something is not feeling good for me, and that's okay because I'm going to be gentle and rest. And a 6th day for me really is about that. A lot of times I find myself decorating my house or rearranging furniture or dreaming up some way to beautify something. And it's very evident for me in this day, but it's really for me about harmony and balance and fitness for it. But on Saturday and Sunday, I still did my posts on Instagram and I shared them in the Fuller Cup, and I believe they're on my business page. So if you're not following me on Heather Ruth Whole Connections, please go there and do that. It's where a lot of my content comes from. The things that I share, if you're following me on my personal page, thank you for being here. That means that you're also a friend or someone I've known for a long time, and you found me somehow through Facebook land. And I don't share as much there in my about my business, but a lot more about my life and my family. It's how I keep in touch with them. So anyway, we talked about on Saturday, which was day number 6, being grateful for momentum. And so I just want to do a really quick recap. So why am I grateful for momentum? Well, momentum is to be celebrated and played in its culmination of all the inspired actions that we are now taking flight. So whatever it is that you're doing, the things that you've been thinking about, the seeds that you've planted, the actions that you've been taking, you've been going live more often, you're more visible, you have more clients, you have a program, that is momentum building up, right? It's like the momentum of a rock. You've pushed the rock to the top of the hill, and once it starts to roll down, there is no stopping it. So celebrate that. Celebrate the momentum. Be grateful for what it has caused you. I am grateful for seeing how that I am a creator of that momentum and the universe that supports me with loving my desires forward into the world. So the things that I do here in the 64 days of gratitude, these are my momentum sticks. I'm picking up from them. They give me energy. I'm going faster. I feel the heat. It's all of that stuff. So be really grateful for the momentum, whether it's positive or negative. We have a choice to turn that around. So if we have negative momentum building up and pushing us forward, well, it's time to get it to the bottom so that we can stop and see it. Or jump off the track of that momentum, veer yourself to the other side, tumble and roll, tuck and roll, or whatever it's called. Oh my goodness. And get out of its way. Break it. Find the way to stop that negative momentum so that you can turn it around into the positive momentum, right? Do the work, create the spaces, feel the energy surge. Momentum is picking up speed. Brace and embrace all that you are creating in this world. Be grateful in the moment and forever for it. All right. This was number 6. So then number 7, which again, these are all things that I love. And if you haven't seen it, whoops, my friend does my graphics for me, and it's grateful for fire. And I've had some really amazing insights into this, and people saying, wow, I've never thought about this the other way. So I am going to read this post to you for all that it's worth. I am an Aries. I was born in Aries under the fire sign. And is it any wonder how much I love fire? I love fire. I think it's beautiful. I think it's magical. It's mystical. There's just so much in it. And it can actually teach you something when you're sitting beside it. Anyway, I love to sit by the fires, both my propane fire tank or my wood burning fire or my gas fireplace in my house. I just stare at the flames. They I don't know what it is. They give me ignition. Anyhow, I could watch the flames twinkle and flicker throughout the night. It's a meditative way somehow. It's cathartic to my soul. It soothes it, right? But I'm also grateful for the fires that burn within, the fire of desire, the fire of passion, of purpose, of wholeness in which we all strive for. With those fires or nudges, we would be less lit up to change the world, to be of service for others. We need these fires to burn for change. It's inevitable. Growth is unstoppable. How do you feel about that? Right? I also understand this may trigger some people. Some people may not like fires. We just had fires rampaging through California. That's not awesome. But at the same time, if we're understanding that nature is doing what she's doing, I'm not talking about that. I understand the destructive nature. Why would I be grateful for such a destructive force in the world at taking away people's homes and livelihood? Well, I'm not grateful that those fires burned and took away so much from people. What I'm grateful for is what will do. They will rejuvenate the land. I know, and I get it. I have experienced it. I too have been evacuated. I have experienced forest fires. I live in the Okanagan and they come all the time. They can be disruptive energy. A fire can create both for community and for our lives. And yet still, once it burns, life is rejuvenated. New growth begins and the possibility can be seen. It's terrifying in its current state, but miraculous in its recovery. Fire is a great teacher, a guide, a thermometer for our innermost yearnings. So let them burn. Fuel them with love and action and tender them with patience and understanding. So know that your fires are a way of showing you the way that you're going to light up that light, right? And now we land in today, day number 8, grateful for numerology. And my post was intent. It was concise. It was a reason why I took this. It's a reason why I became a numerologist, because I believe in this information. I believe in the science of it. I believe in the mystical sides of it, whatever. But even in my own education, when I was taking my degree at the University of Calgary, I took an arts degree. I have a Latin American studies background. When I was learning about the Mayans and the Incans and all these ancient civilizations, the one thing that is totally true for it is that they all believed in numbers. They've been utilizing them for years to predict different outcomes for their lives, to map it, to energize it, for sacrifice, whatever it was. Numbers played a whole huge role in it. They were mathematicians. And numerology has given me a deep understanding to who I am, understanding that today, the energy of the 6 is a day where, I just want to love on myself, love on those that are around me, create some peace and harmony and balance within my house, within my community. That understanding that about myself makes sense. I utilize the numbers to gauge my energy for the week, to understand how to maximize myself. Can I this week? Is these the energies of the day? Are they going to be good for me? Are they great for me? Are they excelling for me? What can I do and how can I do that? So I utilize that to map out my week, to really leverage my zones of genius, to understand that there are days that I have high energy and low energy, and that's okay. The other part that numerology gave me, which I'm super, super grateful, is my ruling number. I'm a ruling number 7, to understand that I'm an innate teacher. It's innate in me. It's like my being. I'm intuitive. I have high touches to spirituality. All of these things, when I understood it and found this information out, it just opened my world up that much wider. It allowed me to expand. It allowed me to embrace myself and understand why I get stuck in indecision, that my challenge of making a decision is actually something. It's not about procrastination. There's more yearning underneath it, and it has to be fully aligned for it to be a whole body yes. And so sometimes it takes me time to get to those decisions of the yes or the no. The creating boundaries was extremely important for me, and that when I didn't have any of them, I got depleted really fast. All of these things, that I never give up. That's my arrow of determination. This is what numerology presented for me. It gave me this sort of insight, this yearning to know myself better and understand the seasons in which I am traveling through this world. But the most important thing for me was when I did the numbers for my kids and my husband, and I understood them. And now our communication is better. Now our connection is deeper. Now I know how to parent one child and parent the other child. Because let's face it, as parents, we all think that one way of parenting is good for all. Well, it's not. We've learned that. I love my family. I love my parents. They did the best that they could do with the information that they were given at the time. But not one kid is the same. Not one kid can be parented the same, can even be looked at like the same. They're not the same. We need different nurturing type techniques. We need a different type of conversation. I know for me that one of the biggest challenges for myself in learning these numbers is that my family on my dad's side has always operated under this no news is good news. Like if we don't see each other or we don't talk to each other on a regular basis, that's good news. That means good things, like nothing bad. So it's what they're telling me. What I understood in that is that we only communicate when there's bad things to talk about, which is beyond interesting for me. But I love connection. I thrive under it. It's a part of who I am. And so when I did the numbers to my kids and I understood that my daughter, like I always used to wonder, if you ever get curious about your kids, why she wanted so many little things around. When I understood she was a 3, she's abundant. So all those little things are all memories that she gathers and she keeps. So she's got more memory boxes than anyone that I know. And numerology not only gave me that insight, it became a way of parenting that was easeful, that I didn't have to force and push because I knew it. There was just this innate knowledge that was given to me about my kids. And that's why I love it in my practice. I offer it to my clients first for themselves. And then if they choose information about their kids and their husbands, then great. Numerology is and always will be one of the most valuable tools that I utilize in my professional life and my business life. And now that I'm starting to stumble all over myself because I'm not feeling good and my tummy is grumbling and it hurts, and I'm going to log off. So I tried to show up here in the best energy that I possibly can, but my brain keeps going to my tummy that's not feeling so good and just wants to lie down and just needs a bit of rest. So I love you all. Thank you for being here. Read my posts about why numerology. It goes a little bit further in depth. Thank you so much, and I will see you tomorrow when I'm feeling fresh and light and full of love. I'm grateful for all of you. Thank you for being here. Talk to you all soon.